everybody, and welcome back to Grunt Reviews. We are back out at the U.S. Shooting Academy. This one actually goes out to the mid-tier snobs group. Saw some debate the other night on porting, specifically the P10C ported. So I've got a chronograph. We're going to try it out. I have the brand new P10C ported. I have the standard original P10C optics ready. And then just for fun, I have a comped one with the Killer Innovations comp and slide. And we will be using some staccato range ammo that I found in the back of my closet. I believe this is rated at 1130 feet a second. So that kind of gives us a rough baseline. We'll get set up, we'll get some data. All right, P10C non-ported, this will be our baseline. We're looking for about 1130, which is what it's rated at. 10 rounds. Let's see how she goes. Alright, and we're out. I'll put this up on the screen here. So, min to max, we're looking at a standard deviation of 11.8, extended or maximum spread 34.2. So our average is 1122 feet a second. Let's go to the ported. Alright, second round, P10C, obviously factory ported. 10 rounds. I will put the data up above. All right, and we're out. Let's make this a little bigger and we will put it on the screen here. All right, minimum 1075, maximum 1099.9. Standard deviation of 6.8 feet a second. Spread was about 25 feet a second. So our average there, we're looking right at 1,087 feet a second with the factory ported version. Last one we're going to do is the comp version. Alright, last one, and obviously some barrel length changes come with the comp, with the threaded barrel and all that, but I wanted to throw it in just for comparison's sake. So we're going to do 10 rounds with the Killer Innovations comp setup. Here we go. All right. We will take a look at the numbers here. So, standard deviation, 7.4 feet a second. I'd say the staccato ammo does a pretty good job kind of as a whole. Spread, 24.3 feet a second, and we're looking at that average velocity around 1185, 1184.9. I'm going to get cleaned up here, and we'll do kind of a recap in the studio. Wanted to do a quick recap here back in the studio. Get out of the heat a little bit. Hot tip, if you forget your hat and your sunscreen, you end up looking like this. But the standard 4-inch non-ported version we came in at 1,122 feet a second over that 10-shot spread average. The ported version, we came in at 1087, so it is a 35 foot per second reduction, which boils down to about 3% and some change on the end of that. And then the comp version, that I kind of threw in for fun. That barrel is actually 4.6 inches to the end of the threads, so a little bit longer barrel, and that's why we actually came in right at 62 feet a second higher, so about a 6% increase. That one surprised me a little bit there. I figured that increase wouldn't be quite as drastic. But getting into the ported versus the non-ported, like I said at the beginning, saw some arguments in the MTS group and figured, hey, I'll throw some data together and take a look at it. So in shooting them, the subjective side of it, now that we have the data, the ported version definitely returns to zero easier. It is a much more pleasant firearm to shoot, and obviously they are identical minus the porting, essentially, same grip, roughly the same slide minus the hole for the port. So it is much more pleasant to shoot. I didn't get into filming any rapid fire, but the split times are significantly improved, and I could see where new shooters or maybe somebody who is more recoil sensitive might have an easier time firing and carrying it. During the daytime, did not get any massive balls of flame or anything like that. A lot of those rumors about comps and porting come from really shitty ammo that tends to like to flash. A good quality ammo is either non-existent or very, very minimal. I might do a follow-up video on that, but in the short term, wanted to get the velocities out there, get a chronograph on it, get some actual measurements. So in a velocity loss, you are only seeing 3%. In the scheme of things, very, very minimal. The trade-off for that slight loss is much more rapid follow-up shots, much more confidence in your ability to make those follow-up shots, and a much more pleasant shooting experience. Guys, if you have any thoughts, comments, anything else you'd like to see us try, we're glad to run through it. If you haven't already, click that like button and click that subscribe button. That definitely helps us out. And as always, stay safe, train hard.